Man, you guys are some secret keepers. There's certain things that you know that not a lot of people know, especially within the government system. You manage to get their attention. There are certain things that you're aware of that they've conditioned and programmed the majority of the population, and majority of people have not questioned this at all. But there's something about the information that you know that's worth money, that's worth finances, that's worth a ton of riches. You may even be watched by certain people that want to offer you money so that you can work for them, so that you can share your psychic gifts with them, so that they can exploit your gifts for their own uses. But because either you've denied it or they know they can't turn you, what they want you to do is be in prison. They want you locked up behind bars where you can't influence anyone, where you feel stuck or bound. And if they can't do that, they want you in this position with the burial. Something about the system, wherever you live at, people know of you. They know that you're the celestial gatekeeper. They know that there's a ton of information that you know about the universe. They know that you could illuminate the shadow. You could shine a light on everything that goes on behind the scenes or everything that society is unaware of. They also know that they can't harm or target you because, believe me, they've tried. They may want to displace you, get you to a position where you're homeless. They may want to target your family. They may even constantly surveillance your social media. And how I know this, because this has happened to me. I posted videos before about high profile individuals and they've gone viral. Shortly, a couple days after that, the feds show up. Then they want to offer me a job or comments. I'll show you an attachment of what they left me here, but no, I do not work for those people. How I knew, regardless of what they were offering me, was not worth it, because I got that sick feeling at the pit of my stomach that lets you know that this is evil, this is harmful, like stay away from this. That's how you'll know it's something connected to the devil. You'll get that initial gut feeling. And this has happened to me multitude of times where I try to whistleblow something about the system and then they show up to my home, either to intimidate me, to harass me, to recruit me, and each time I have turned them away. With these people, they feel like you're gonna cost them war. They feel like you're the warrior that's gonna wake everybody up. They may have even been able to trace your lineage back to the beginning of time. Some of you to Egypt. In this current lifetime, it's like the system knows that you're a benefactor. There's something you're supposed to receive, that you're a good Samaritan, that it's beneficial for the population if you were to get finances or money. This is why they're so adamant about you being restricted financially, because they know that you're going to make major moves. You're going to make a shift in who's in charge, and they've actually built an obsession with you. Government systems, agents have built an obsession with you because they're trying to figure out what is so special about this person that we can't hurt him or her. We can't hurt them. We can't intercept them. We can't recruit them. We can't offer them anything, and they won't work for us. It's something about your intellectual capabilities. This may have been something that they figured out while you were a child. If you were in special programs where you're being monitored, the CIA is known to do a lot of things where they've kept a viewpoint on spiritual children, or like the chosen ones or the Most High. You may have been one of those people that was being monitored. Your intellectual capabilities were being monitored. And they feel like you're some sort of like hermit mystic. They haven't quite put the puzzle pieces of what you are, but they know you're not like every other regular citizen. How they know this is because you keep building with a minimal amount of resources. You have come so far. Now imagine if you had a mass amount of resources. They also feel like they've been watching your test scores. They've watched your mind. They watched how you've just been monitored for quite some time. Some of you, they've even tried to restrict your international travel. They tried to restrict you to keep you bound to a certain area or territory. And they feel like they can come through you, or they can intercept you through your family. So some of you, your family members they may be agents, or they may be covert. There's something weird about that. I've already questioned this about my own father, of certain things that I've seen that have made me question about whether he's a Mason or whether he's affiliated with them in some way. But this is just confirmation for me, and it might be confirmation for you. Your gift cannot be replicated. Your ability to see beyond illusions, beyond propaganda, beyond what's being shown, it's the type of gift that's lucrative. Like, you can't put a dollar amount on that type of ability. And it seems like people that are in the highest of positions, anywhere from president, vice president, chairman, whatever it may be, they seek that ability that you have. They can't replicate it. They can't clone it. They can't build it for themselves. There's something special that you have that only you can have. So be careful sometimes when you go out with certain people, when you meet people randomly and they're just so eager to feed you. Be careful, because they may have ulterior motives as to that. Also, when it comes to your health issues, they want you to have an infection or to be contagious or to have some sort of genetic illnesses or to trigger it so that you end up in the hospital and they can experiment on you. So if there's nothing really wrong with you that's severe, you may need to find a natural alternative rather than just going to the doctor, because this is one way that they can trap you, is through the hospital. And this is one thing, you've basically awakened other people into being independent, into focusing on themselves, self-care, self-love, self-admiration. You help push people away from the matrix. You may have done it on a mass level. If you have a social media platform that has a ton of people following, they're subscribed. They're subscribed and they're following you. But what can they do other than just monitor you and try to make you unstable, make you homeless? Because you're going to have victory regardless. You're one of the people that they know is meant to rise to power, that you're going to give back to the people that actually deserve it in the world. And this is something that you may have been aware of. Some of you have dreams where you're getting chased by agents, or like dreams where you're constantly in a state of distress, running away from certain things. You're going to know. You might be one of them. You'll know. If you've had those dreams, you've already questioned it and you know. But I'm not scared. That's why I put out videos like this, because I know I'm protected. It doesn't matter what they try to do to me. I'm one of the beings that's going to fight back for humanity. And same thing for you. You may be one of them as well. You've been listening to the call. If you've been ignoring the call, it's just going to get louder and louder and louder. But how they try to get you imbalanced is through finances. It's through people coming into your life, throwing you off, breaking your heart so that you're stuck on heartbreak. They want you to be sad, stuck and bound. They want you to be heartbroken so that you can't focus on anything else. You see how this card also has tarot cards? They hate that you read tarot. They hate it. They hate the fact that you have access to tarot, because they know for a fact that you're able to receive messages from tarot that they can't. The special thing about this is that I could lay all these cards out, right? But each individual person is going to process it in a different way. And they want to get into your mind. They want to clone that brain of yours. They want to, yeah, it's a lot going on. You're extra, extra, extra special. So you always have to be careful about who you're around, because not everyone that's around you has good intentions. Some people have been planted to bring you down, and they want to stop the fact that you're meant to have this wealth, and this wealth could change everything.